This is the river Tungabhadra in southern India. Sacred to the locals, life giver, thirst quencher, a part of each and every person's life living along the river. Tunga and Bhadra are two separate rivers that originate in the lush green hills of the Western Ghats and meander their way through the state of Karnataka before merging together to form the mighty Tungabhadra. The river flows northeast and eventually flows into the river Krishna. Usually a tranquil river, Tungabhadra keeps alive many towns and villages along her banks. One such village is Elebichali, a riverbank settlement of a few thousand people in Raichur district in North Karnataka. Raichur was historically famous during the Mughal rule and is now known as a power hub thanks to Raichur Thermal Power Station, a mega power generating station. The people of Elebichali are primarily agrarian in nature, dependent on the rich riverside soil. Though a searingly dry area, the riverside population is a little better off. Parshuramana Gowda is a typical resident of Elebichali, an honest, hard-working man with dreams of a different future for his children.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಪರಶುರಾಮನಗೌಡ, ತಂದೆ ನಾಗನಗೌಡ, ಸಾಕಿನ್ ಎಲೆಬಿಚ್ಚಾಲಿ, ತಾಲೂಕು ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ರಾಯಚೂರು. ನಾನು ಓದಿದ್ದು PUC ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ವರೆಗೆ. ನಾನು 84ನಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ವಿದ್ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮುಗಿಯಿತು. ತದನಂತರ ನಾನು ಬಿಚ್ಚಾಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದೆ. 84ರಿಂದ ಬಂದ ನಂತರ ನನಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟವಾದದ್ದು ಒಕ್ಕಲ್ತನ.
He encourages his children to attend school and become aware adults.
ಸದ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು 5 ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತೀರ್ಣರಾಗಿ ನನಗೆ ಓದಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಹತ್ವವಿತ್ತಂದರೆ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲೂ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
Meet Saundaya, his daughter. Adorable, bright-eyed, fun-filled girl, Saundaya dreams of being an engineer one day.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ. ನಾನು 8ನೇ ತರಗತಿ ಓದುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಊರಿನ ಹೆಸರು ಎಲೆಬಿಚ್ಚಲಿ. ನನ್ನ ವಯಸ್ಸು 12.
Her father is glad to know she is a bright student. Little did they know that their happy lives were about to be unsettled by a twist of fate. The mighty river had become angry. The first week of October 2009 saw devastation like never before. The worst rains in a century had laid waste thousands of acres of land. People were left homeless and helpless. While 32 lives were lost, thousands were grief-stricken. Their lives had come to a stop. They were refugees in their own hometowns.
ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್ 2ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ದಿನ ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ಪ್ರವಾಹ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಸಹಜವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಆದರೆ ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಂಗೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು.
The scale of the floods was way beyond everyone's imagination. The river had swollen due to incessant rains, causing her to breach her banks and inundate hundreds of kilometers of surrounding land. Little Samudaya was one of the worst affected.
ಆವಾಗ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ ರೀ. ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮಪ್ಪ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಣ್ಣನವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಕ್ಕನವರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಆಟ ಸಾಮಾನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ.
Saundarya's dreams of a bright future were put on hold as her belongings and her school got washed away.
Raichur district got worst floods during September 27 and October 3rd of 2009. Huge properties are lost, lakhs of houses got damaged, many villages got submerged, people almost nearly 32 lives we lost, and cattle, lot of properties, even food grains, everything, buildings, all these things.
It's a real shock to us because this never happened in the past, such a large scale devastation. Immediately government had to swing into action first to rescue the people. A large number of villages were marooned, number of people were affected. We need to rescue all these people so that there is no loss of life. So we did that in a fantastic way. In a way, we pressed into service Air Force planes, that is helicopters. We pressed into service boats. We got a lot of volunteers to come and help us in the rescue operations. And the district administration also immediately swung into action. And then we approached the private corporate sector for assistance so that we can provide a permanent shelter to these 300 and odd villages which are perennially affected by floods.
The government of Karnataka sent out a plea for help. Several individuals, organizations, and corporates came forward with offers of aid.
The response has been beyond our imagination. Look at Cisco, for instance. The company has kept its commitment to help government in rehabilitating the people in flood-affected areas of Raichur.
One of the first to offer assistance was Cisco, an MNC spanning the globe, a giant in networking and connectivity with an objective to change the way people live, work, play, and learn.
A team from Cisco visited the site to look at the devastation, and it was really very, very sad to see all of them without food, clothing and shelter.
You can see this building right behind me, which was probably a house, which is completely devastated. The house on my right side, even more devastated. The mud, which was used as a cementing bond, is seen completely strewn around.
What I saw here was something that was very devastating. Almost most of the houses that I saw in the affected villages, had collapsed like this. The mud had caved in, the rafters had collapsed, the people were continuing to live under those temporary shelters.
As beautiful as the river can be, it also has the capacity to take somebody's lives. Take away lives of people, take away their livelihood, and destroy everything in its path.
So the news of the floods, was published widely in various media, and everybody was trying to see what they could do, to help the victims or those who were affected.
So a lot of employees wanted to go there, collect, stuff like food and medicines and dry food items, clothes, and wanted to actually give those things out as a measure of giving back.
We need to contribute at this point in time. We need to do something because this is a huge devastation that has happened within Karnataka, and which is where we are housed, Cisco is housed.
Armed with $10 million and a driven team, Cisco initiated Samudaya, a relief and rehabilitation effort. It culled out a team of volunteers under the leadership of Arvind Sitaraman, a man known to be the driving force behind many innovations and brilliant teams. In fact, Samudaya is Arvind's brainchild.
There are defining moments in life. Definitely for Cisco India, the floods in northern Karnataka was definitely such a moment.
You know, for me, it was just another great possibility or opportunity for us to show that Cisco gives back where it's most important for us to give back, where we have employees, where we're engaged every day, where we can affect those people that are closest to us. We did that the post-Indonesian tsunami. We did it in post-Katrina in New Orleans. We did it post the earthquake in Western China. We have a history of being involved in post-disaster recovery in areas where we've got large bodies of people where we want to be seen as good neighbors.
We especially wanted to assist with figuring out how to provide Cisco's core competency in IT and networking to really make a difference in education and healthcare in the region.
We brought all the learnings that we have when we develop a product within Cisco. We design it well, we do all the upfront checks, and we get all the proofreading or the collaboration for all the other teams to make sure that what we are doing is the right thing to do. And then we put it in a project plan and it becomes an auto execution mechanism. That's exactly what we did.
Wim Elfrink, Chief Globalization Officer and EVP Emerging Solutions at Cisco Systems, supported this vision of using networking technology to empower the rural communities and transform their lives.
Project Samudaya is not just about providing houses, it's also about providing 2 schools and a primary healthcare center. And even more importantly, it's about how technology can change lives.
His leadership, guidance, and support helped to make Project Samudaya a reality. The government of Karnataka, partners, and Cisco worked tirelessly to give shape to the dream. There were lessons to be learned at every corner, hurdles to be crossed at every stage. Their unflinching determination would be put to test.
In addition to what Cisco was already doing, giving the $10 million, we would go out there as employees and do something on the ground for the people of Raichur. And so we started doing something called a day of service. And we have had at least, I think, 5 or 6 different days of service out there.
By now, the dream was taking shape into a concrete reality. Every major obstacle was surmounted through ingenuity and technology. The calamity had given way to fresh beginnings and fresh hope.
The government wanted us to build homes and give it to them. But somehow intuitively we felt that building homes alone is not going to be it. There needs to be something more to it than just building homes. We wanted to do something with technology, something that we know very well, something with technology that would help these communities leapfrog into the future and become part of a global economy. So the 2 answers that came out was, one, education that we would focus on. Second one is healthcare. Coincidentally, in Cisco, we were working on 2 solutions. One was an education solution. The other one was the healthcare solution. Both these solutions had abstracted our core technologies of routing and switching, security, collaboration, video, and put them together in an architecture and in a service form that can be easily delivered.
We have technology, we have volunteers, and we have the material that is already developed by the volunteers. How can we deliver over the network? And that's when we got, an initiative started, which was Samudaya Smart Volunteering, where we already completed a module now on health and hygiene. where we took all the expert content and we were able to deliver via web.
We partnered with RxDX Telerad Hospital to have the health solution set up there at Raichur. And also we signed up with CLT, Children's Love Castle Trust, who would deliver the remote education system.
The intervention of Cisco had ensured the availability of world-class education and healthcare. The children looked forward to school with even more excitement.
Education is the ultimate enabler for any society, any individual. If you don't have education, you cannot grow. How do you augment the education in schools? How do you supplement their education? How do you provide intervention education for children so they can pick up certain kinds of courses that they otherwise did not get? How do you facilitate the training of teachers? How to use the latest tools? How to bring about the newest concepts in a way that the children can understand in a vernacular language? Cisco is trying to create a platform based on data networking that will bring people who are left out of the economic strata of the nation and bring them into the mainstream economy of the world.
Through this interface, teachers reach out to hundreds of students. At the same time, students become part of a larger community, thus helping them integrate easily into the mainstream. Teachers and students are both excited by the prospect of remote education.
ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ರ್ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ನನಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತೈತೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ. ನಾನು ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ 3 ದಿನ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್, ಗಣಿತ, ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ, ಸಮಾಜ ಕಲಿತಿದ್ದೆ. ನಾನು ದೊಡ್ಡವಳಾದಮೇಲೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಕೋ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ನಂತರ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಸುಧಾರಿಸಿರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಪಡುತ್ತೇನೆ.
Cisco technology has certainly induced the children to take interest in learning. The teachers who are observing this process, they can improve their skills. If we extended this system, this Cisco technology to other school children will definitely take interest.
A teacher currently can teach 20 kids where he or she is in a particular class. Imagine if you can open this up where you bring in 3 other classes where the teacher can teach without losing the effectiveness of teaching. It is as if the teacher is there in the other classes. Using technology, specifically using cloud technology and using video technology and the collaboration technologies that we have, what she can do is teach those kids the same thing that she would otherwise not be able to teach. And those children can interactively ask questions of this teacher.
We have strongly recommended this kind of technology to be extended to other schools also, because pupils who have left the schools have started again to coming to the schools. The children who were intermittently remaining absent, they are becoming regular students for the schools. These are all major advantages in learning process.
The scope is huge in terms of what it can do. This can truly change the way people learn today and the way people live today.
ಗಣಕಯಂತ್ರದಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಡೋದೇ ಸುಲಭ ರೀ.
Cisco actually encourages teamwork, collaboration in whatever we do. And this project too, we've used Cisco's culture of collaboration and teamwork. There were a lot of volunteer employees who visited Raichur as part of our employee engagement program. And in this effort, they have actually touched the community. They have met the children in the community, they have met the elders, they have met the teachers, the principals, they have engaged with them, they have actually done a lot of, we have gone beyond just going there and doing days of service, be it talking about hygiene, planting trees, working with children, teaching them some of the things, helping them to start knowing about computers. And the children there are using computers today. And during the initial period, volunteer employees went there, helped the children to know how to use computers. So all of that. So there's a lot of collaboration, teamwork, passion, commitment, all of which is Cisco's culture.
ಸಿಸ್ಕೋದವರು ರಾಯಚೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪುನರ್ವಸತಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅದೊಂದು ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿದೆ. ಹೊಸ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಯನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪುನರ್ವಸತಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ವಿದ್ಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ಒಂದು ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದಂಥ ಹೊಸ ಗ್ರಾಮವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಸ್ಕೋದವರು ಯಶಸ್ಸು ಕಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರ ಕೊಡುಗೆ ಅಪಾರ.
Meanwhile, there was another revolution brewing. People with ailments could get help from a state-of-the-art hospital in Bangalore. They could be examined by super specialists and receive valuable diagnosis and medicines. Using networking as a platform, a path-breaking innovation bridged yet another gap between the urban and rural divide.
So India is a large country with 1.4 billion people. A majority of them are in the rural areas. In the US, there is one doctor for 360 patients. In China, there is one doctor for 750 patients. In India, there is one doctor for 1,500 patients.
See, there's definitely a shortage of doctors and shortage of specialists in India. So many diseases getting neglected, underdiagnosed, misdiagnosed and not diagnosed.
ಈಗ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ರಾಯಚೂರಿಗೆ ಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ 30 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸಿಟಿ. ಪೂರ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮನಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ದೂರ ಹೋಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
रिच जाना पड़ता था, ऐसे दो बहुत दूर होता, तकलीफ होता.
Now imagine the situation where instead of this villager coming all the way, you have a trained nurse, an attendant or a paramedic who is there at the village. They hook this person up with various gadgets so the doctor can see what a doctor would be able to see if he were to be at that center.
ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ? ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗಿಂದನೇ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ರಿಟಾರ್ಡೇಷನ್ ಥರ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಹುಡುಗ. ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗಿಂದನೇ
ಏನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೆ, ತನ್ನ ಕೈಯಿಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಕೈಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆಟ ಆಡಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ?
ಒಂದು ಕೈ ಮಾತ್ರ
ಮೆದುಳಿಂದ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರ್ಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಫಿಸಿಯೋಥೆರಪಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
Telemedicine is the solution to the whole urban-rural divide that is really the crux of our healthcare dilemma today. We have a major issue with providing medical services to the periphery of the country, and technology is the answer. We find the Cisco platform to be extremely robust and versatile for the delivery of such high-end telemedicine services as we hope to provide.
This type of systems which are manufactured by the Cisco people, definitely it will be a boon to the people and it will add more on healthcare system in our backward district. It is a real surprise to the people sitting at the village level. They can have an assessment of their health system from the super specialty hospitals, and it will be an add-on thing to the government agencies.
The fields are green, the river flows, the smiles are back on the faces. There are new houses that are already filling up with people. Attendance in schools has increased. Patients are getting better attention. The awareness levels have risen dramatically. Two years on, the flood-affected villages have recovered in full strength thanks to the determination of the government, the people, and corporates like Cisco.
We see there's a lot of excitement in children. They have changed a lot. The level of confidence has increased. The attendance has increased. People are really excited and enthused to come and join the session, and they're really very excited. And we see a lot of difference in their attitude too. Likewise, on the health side, we also see there are a lot of patients who are coming there, doing their consultation, which we never thought it would happen in such a village, such a remote village, where we have a big problem of electricity, problem of networking, which Cisco has enabled.
ನಾನು ರಾಯಚೂರು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಕೋನೇಹಳ್ಳಿಯನ್ನು ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಸ್ಕೋ ಕಂಪನಿಯವರು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಕಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಮನೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳನ್ನು ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸಿಸ್ಕೋ ಕಂಪನಿ ಬಡವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಹಿಂದುಳಿದಂಥ ಸಮಾಜಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅಪಾರವಾದ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಥ ಅಪರೂಪದ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಸಿಸ್ಕೋ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಬೆಂಬಲವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಅವರು ಮಾಡುವ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಕೆಲಸಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ಸಹಕಾರವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಇಂಥ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಕಂಪನಿಯನ್ನು ಹಾರೈಸೋಣ, ಅರಸೋಣ. ಈ ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ನಡವಳಿಕೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗೋಣ.
Every challenge is an opportunity. Every setback, a turbo boost to achievement. These words define what this collaboration here has achieved. The government of Karnataka and Cisco have together created a bridge spanning hope. This partnership has turned the lives of a remote population affected by natural calamity towards a bright future. Not just for today, but for years to come. Saundarya's dream of becoming an engineer or an English teacher is closer to reality. Parashuramana Gowda is cheerful again with the assurance that his children will be well educated and become respected members of society. The fields are green with hope and happiness.
ಆವಾಗ ನಾನು ಏನಾಗಬೇಕಂತ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಇದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ರ್ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ಆಸೆ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ ಆಸೆ ಆಯಿತು.
Yes, Cisco's contribution to the government's flood relief efforts in Karnataka is praiseworthy. Cisco has completed the rehabilitation work for all the 5 villages it adopted. This shows the level of commitment the company has towards giving back to its community. Cisco has shown by example how technology can help the government deliver essential services such as healthcare and education. Our collaborative effort with Cisco proves that public-private partnership can build a safe, sustainable community. We are happy to have collaborated with the company in ensuring the people of Raichur not only rebuild their lives but empower themselves to build a better, happier future.
Sometimes you need to be able to destroy things for it to regenerate, just like the redwood, just like in Hindu scriptures you talk about the Rudra and the Arudra version. Rudra meaning the one who's angry, and Arudra is one who's benign. The two forms of everything is so apparent in this very beautiful setting as we watch the sun go down.
This is a transformation that can be achieved anywhere. In fact, there is a crying need to bring about this change everywhere. This is the true meaning of civilization. Opportunity for all.